Hello, guys. Welcome back. And of course, thank you for joining again. Thank you, guys, for joining. And it's another day of celebration, as you could see from the promotional graphic. Today is World Refugee Day. So we just want to remember these special people because somehow these people who are going through a lot, they could be our brothers, our family members, they could be our friends and neighbors and stuff. And so, of course, what makes them to be where they are right now is none of their fault. We just thought that we should be part of their lives to think about them today. But then it's not just about entertaining ourselves with refugee and all of those stuff. We want to use this opportunity to see that even though these people are going through a lot, all hope is lost. There is someone who brings hope, as the title of today says. So I am joined, of course, obviously by my usual powerful team. Hello, Anita.
Good evening, everyone. Comfort, Andy, Gideon, anyone watching. Really, really fantastic subject. So really happy to be here tonight and being part of that.
Yes, sure. I'm happy to have you. So, hello, Gideon. Welcome from Nigeria.
Yeah, thank you very much, Comfort. Thank you very much, Anita and Andy. I greet all our viewers from across the globe. Thank you for joining us. It's going to be a great evening.
Okay. All right. You try to check again on your volume to see that it's going well. The sound is a bit not very clear. So you check again while the others are speaking. Hello, Andy. Welcome.
Hi guys, how are you?
Doing great. Yeah, good to be here and good to have you as usual all the time. Thank you. So, guys, as you see, let's join in this discussion and see what this day brings for us, guys. So, I just want to ask to know from the panel, from your own personal perspective, how you feel and stuff. Like when you just look at the images on, maybe on TV, on social media and stuff, you see what people like go through a lot to the extent of being forced to evacuate homeland and stuff like that just to seek safety somewhere. How does it feel, Anita?
Look, I mean, it's quite obvious, really, to me that these people they want to have hope, for a better future. They want to live. They don't just want to exist. So they're looking like anybody else really to kind of have all the resources that there are available to be able to change their lives. So they need livelihood opportunities. They need to be able to get education for themselves. They want to educate their children. They want to learn skills to either find a job or to run their own business. Yeah, I mean that's really all anybody wants, isn't it? They want all of those things that anybody wants to be able to be comfortable and to be happy. And certainly, as it says there, hope away from home. They need those things. They need us. Um, our humanity really, I mean, to show them that we care and that we're willing to help. And it has to come from others. They need others to do that. And it's certainly what ONPASSIVE is all about, isn't it? And so ONPASSIVE is doing that, and they are encouraging us to help them to do exactly that.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Yeah, for some reason, Anita, I don't know what's happening with our sounds today. I don't know, guys. Let's know whether mine too is clear. Anita, it was really struggle getting you. I don't know what is happening. So kindly check, maybe increase a bit of volume or what. I hope it works better. So hello, Andy. We just want to share our feelings. How does it feel looking at these pictures? They are never happy, are they?
No, they're not, Comfort. Nothing like this is ever good news. But the CEO we have has given us a potential, a possibility that we're going to be able to help many others in many different ways, whether it be refugees, veterans, inventors, all of these potential people are in need of help. A lot of this is to do with technology that can be brought forward to these places. So there are, and we've done these with OBLESS, there are various technologies that can create water from the air and create power from magnets and things like this. So these are the type of things that we're going to be able to help these people with. And the nice thing about having ONPASSIVE is because of its size, you know, people are going to be able to come to us and have the capability to build what they have in their head and not have it suppressed, have it brought to humanity. So over time, we will change the world. There's no doubt about that.
Right. That's the powerful one. No doubt we will change the world. Of course, Gideon, we would like you to share your feelings before we actually proceed, please.
Yes, thank you very much. Actually, homelessness, you know, being a refugee or kind of not having a place to lay your head is a very big problem. It's facing every part of the world. There's no particular country or region that is much affected than the other. It happens anytime. And the bottom line, like the main cause of this is poverty. Basically not being able to have enough to cater for almost the majority of the people. It also leads to strife, maybe wars and things like that, that majorly lead people to move from where they are to an unknown place where they don't have any home, and there may be some people lose their job over time, and they cannot afford a good accommodation or a good home for themselves. So this situation has been ongoing. It's not a new thing, but just as we all know, and just as ONPASSIVE has come into the picture, it's going to be a different thing going forward. How is that going to be? Because everybody who is in, let's start from in-house, those who are in ONPASSIVE has won already. So they will not be able to get into that situation. Even if they get into that situation, they will easily get out of it because they will have the means to provide another means of home for themselves. So there is hope. Even if there's no home, there's hope for them to be able to get another home. And then for those who may not be in ONPASSIVE at the moment, there is an avenue ONPASSIVE is going to create, which has been mentioned, OBLESS, which will provide an opportunity for everyone to be able to run a course, a charitable course or any kind of course, to be able to provide means of living for those who may not have, means of a home for those who may not have home, so thereby giving hope to those who may become homeless due to one thing or the other. So the issue of poverty is going to be corrected by ONPASSIVE, not just by one person, not by Mr. Ash Mufara alone, not by the brand ambassadors alone, but by everyone, but individually and collectively. We can be able to change the world, just like Andy has said.
All right, thank you. I don't think we need to belabor the point because we all know who refugees are, especially like Gideon rightly said, we have them coming from various backgrounds. I know that the bigger picture is always those fleeing violence physically, as we see and stuff, but then there's much to that. However, we bring hope because the theme for this year, as we also is like hope away from home. Sometimes you ask your question if there is such a thing, but Mr. Mufara is actually proving to us, as you all say, that there is that hope. So let's just delve into the heart of Mr. Mufara, that being of uplifting humanity. So let's just have a discussion on this. This is a free discussion when it comes to discussing Ash and his heart and all of those. You can't tell somebody what they need to say. So Andy, please.
I think the biggest thing for me about when I joined ONPASSIVE was listening to Ash and listening to what he had to say and what he does in the background. As time has gone on, we all joined ONPASSIVE for the money. You know, you can't put your hand in the air and say you didn't, because you did. There was a vision that we were shown that gave us the opportunity to say, right, this is going to help me financially. but it's now become more than that. It's now turned into a situation where we know we're going to be okay. And it's now, what else can we do? Ash made a very good point. You know, what can you spend your money on? If you've got 30,000 a month coming in a country like the UK, you're not going to spend 30,000. So anything over and above that is something else that you could use for a good cause. We both mentioned it, Gideon and I, about OBLESS, and OBLESS has that capability, but it's something different to a charity. Not only does it not take money off the top, so there are no administrative fees deducted whatsoever and no costs deducted. So whatever is raised for the particular cause, and we've got several on the screen as you see, but whatever is raised goes to that cause 100%. There's nothing deducted. So from the point of view of our original thought process being, you know, I'm here for the money, it's kind of morphed over time. Yes, we've not earned anything yet, but we know with the products that are coming out, and he's got things in the background that we don't know about that's also going to be able to help with you know, various different projects and various different groups around the globe. This for me is very exciting.
Okay, thank you so much. So Anita, I would also like to hear from you when it comes to looking at Mr. Mufare's heart and mission to uplift humanity. What would you have to say, please?
Well, first of all, I mean, even in his very first 2 videos that he ever produced, you know, you knew that he was a man with heart, a CEO with heart, straight away. So yes, I did come in for money, as Andy quite rightly said, but equally as well, he blew me away as an individual himself, you know, and because of the way he cares about people. So there always was, from day one, the you know, the humanitarian movement, so to speak, that, you know, we've got on here tonight. Now, you know, when you think about that, number one, you need to have passion, and passion to help others. Okay, this is what a humanitarian movement really is. Passion to help other people. You've got to have principles and core values as well to go with that. You've got to have others that share your passion. He's got 1.4 million, you know, and you've got to be able to spread the word. And then you've also got to keep the momentum up. You've got to basically be able to be consistent and communicate that with, you know, with your vocals and your activities. He's achieved all of that.
Okay, yeah, it just came up now for some reason. I don't know what's
Sorry?
really happening. Yeah, you were almost losing your voice. Are you getting the same, Andy? Are you guys getting the same? Or was it clear?
Can you hear me?
No, there are issues going on, but it's not too much of a problem, so don't worry.
Okay, because normally when you watch back the recording, it's normally fine. I don't normally have an issue, but so yeah, you know, really, I hope you heard most of what I just said there. But in a nutshell, Ash has always had this thing about the lifting up humanity, the humanitarian movement, and he's stuck with that from day one. He's achieved that. He's achieved all those things I've just listed. He's got that going, and we're all following that. And he's giving us a way to also do that as individuals as well, not just as ONPASSIVE. He's giving us that opportunity. So that's how I see where we're at with all of this with ONPASSIVE. He's never changed that from day one, and that's what I learned about ONPASSIVE, as much as coming in and earning money.
All right, thank you. So let's hear from Gideon, please.
Yeah, it's our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufare's mindset to uplift humanity. And that's why we say that in ONPASSIVE, OBLESS, which is one facet of ONPASSIVE, is the heart of ONPASSIVE. So to say that our CEO will use that to be able to uplift humanity. Now, how is that going to be? If it were to be him alone, his intention to change the world of everyone by giving them a business or giving them a life, that will go a long way, but it may not get around everyone. So how do we make sure that everyone who is in need of a home or a living can be able to get one? So he has given us the ability to do the same thing that he intends to do. So if we can reach a few people or a few thousands or a few millions, then millions of us can reach more millions. So it's like a statement or a quote from the good book that says that one can chase 1,000, but 1,000 can actually chase 1,000,000. So the power of uplifting humanity has been put into the hands of humanity themselves, which is us. So we can really go a long way. Let's just put it into perspective. I, as an individual, am here, and I know a couple of people have come to know about this life-saving business, ONPASSIVE, by my little effort. And those people are also going to go as far as they can to help as many people as possible. And as the company goes further, many more people will be able to come in and be able to have a living. That is just one side of it. And then when we go into Bless proper, anyone who has intention to do to be able to provide something for many people will have that. It will be possible for them to do that. Let's say you want to raise fund, as that has been mentioned, the fund you are going to raise, you will get all of it. No part of it will be taken by the company or any other person. Everything will come in, and you will be able to use it to do the course you want to do. And no matter where you live, where you are, you'll be able to get this money in the currency that is available to you. You are not limited to a particular foreign currency or any kind of currency that may not be accessible to you to use for whatever you want to use it for. And again, it will be easier for anyone to be able to help as many people as they wish to help in their own area, in their own locality. Like right now, there may be some individuals who live in some part of the world that no one knows, and these people are facing homelessness. But because ONPASSIVE has come, someone in that area or someone close to that area may be in ONPASSIVE, may want to do Bless course, and that person will be able to reach those minute part of the world. If it has to be all the big organizations that will do it the way they used to do it, it may not get to those places. And we know other factors that play out with humans, greed and other things like that, try to truncate some of these processes, and it doesn't get to where it's expected to go. So having many people who have the same mindset, who want to uplift humanity, and then also giving us Bless as a tool to be able to achieve that, it will help us to go a very long way in bringing a succor to many people, bringing hope to those who may have lost hope.
That was powerful, Gideon, and I liked something that you said. It sounded really great in my ears, that the power of uplifting humanity has been given to humanity, right? So I think, Andy, let's just try to dwell a bit for a few seconds, because sometimes, like the other day, we were discussing mindset, and people were of the opinion that even though 100% success has been put into our hands, some people can still let it run down the drain. So here we have the power to uplift humanity. So do you think, or could you agree to that it has to do with mindset, or we really think that yes, because we're here and it's all here, we will definitely do it and do it well?
Comfort, everything has to do with mindset. If you have the wrong mindset to begin with, you're never going to get there. We mentioned this yesterday about having a business. This is a business. It's an individual business. So you run it as you see fit. Personally, I have goals that I want to achieve, so I'm going to do whatever I can to achieve those goals as quick as I can. Others may sit back, let the company do its work and not bother doing anything. Well, okay, that's fine, but that's their choice. It's not mine. My mindset's different from that. See, we around the globe, you've got hundreds of governments that have the capability to help these people and often don't. What we have is an organization that has millions of people within it that will be able to do what certain organizations and certain controlling organizations can't or won't. That is going to make a big difference. So, you know, for me, everything is about mindset. If you have the right mindset to begin with, then you'll do what you need to do. If you don't have the right mindset, you won't. It's as simple as. It's the adage, isn't it? If you think you can't, you won't. But if you think you can, you will.
I think it's just that simple. I just love you guys today. You know, if you think you can't, you won't. But then if you think you can, you will. That it's just that simple. I would choose to want to say I can, right? Because I would like to do. So, Anita, let's spend some time on Oh Bless. I know that you all have been mentioning it here and there, but we want to delve a bit deeper into it, especially for the sake of those watching us now and trying to make sense out of ONPASSIVE, so that maybe they would like to be part of it. So, what is actually this Oh Bless? You know, is it just like is it a, well? Just discuss what Oh Bless is from your own perspective.
Okay.
More questions, yeah.
I've always looked at it that there's two sides really to Oh Bless, because there is the charity side of it where we're going out already feeding hungry and homeless people. Okay, that's one side. Then of course there's our platform. Now when that platform comes along, I think Andy might have even said earlier, but there's, or it might be Gideon actually, but that platform is a platform for anybody to go on and raise funds, you know, for whatever cause. They don't have to already be an existing charity. You can go on there and raise money for your next door neighbour. You know, they might need a new fridge freezer or something, or whatever it might be you want to raise money for. There's already platforms out there like that. But ours, 100% of what's raised goes to the cause. Okay, so this is going to encourage an awful lot of people to come along and start, you know, crowdfunding, start raising. It could be crowdfunding to start their own business. It could be crowdfunding for anything really. So there's going to be a lot on there. Now, the other thing we can do is, Ash has always said, fill your own tanks first, right? Like Andy said, we are all here to earn money. So when we've done that, when we're doing that, we can then look to how we can help others. And there's going to be plenty of different things on Oh Bless that we can look on there and think, you know what, I feel like contributing to that this month. I feel like contributing to that next month. So there's always going to be something there we can look to giving a little help towards out of our funds when we're withdrawing them. Now we don't have to, you know, Ash isn't saying if it's compulsory, you've got to give 10% or anything like that. But open your heart to what he's given to us. When you filled your tanks, look what you can do for others. And even if that isn't a monetary thing, even if that is sharing the opportunity with someone you know is struggling, somebody that needs to earn an income, it could well be a refugee, as we're on that subject tonight. It could be your neighbour. It could be anybody. So it is about all coming together and helping in one way or another. And Oh Bless certainly is, I think, you know, these founders here, you know, understand the concept of what Ash is doing here. And it's, as I say, he's a CEO with heart. We'd like to think that we are that too. So that's where Oh Bless can take you, is, you know, share that information out with people that need to raise money for causes. It can be a charity, you know, that they want to come on and raise more money. I hope that's made that quite clear about what Oh Bless actually is.
All right. Yeah, sure. Yes, definitely. Thank you so much, Anita. So, Gideon, from your own perspective, what would you be saying about Oh Bless to somebody who doesn't know what it is up to?
Oh Bless is actually a crowdfunding platform. What that simply means is that it's a platform where you can raise funds, where you can get money from people who make donations to a particular good cause. What that means again is that, let's say you have an intention to provide water, good drinking water, to a village. Because this village, maybe they travel a long distance to get drinking water, or they pay a lot of money to buy good drinking water. And you decide to give them a good drinking water in the center of the village. So you need a certain amount of money to get this done. And then you provide this, you talk about this project, and then you want people to see how important it is that these people get good drinking water, and you ask them to donate anything they want to donate. The way OBLESS is created, within a short period of time, quickly, people from around the globe can donate to that particular good cause that you want to do. And then you can be able to carry out the project. In this our live event, we are talking about homes for those who may be homeless for one reason or the other. It may be that you want to provide a compact accommodation within a particular place, and you know the cost, and then you talk about it and let people know about it, and they donate a certain amount of money that will take care of that project, and you get it done, and then you provide these people with homes, and they will forever be grateful. So, OBLESS, as the monies are contributed, we've said this more than once, you as the person doing that good cause will receive the whole money. No cover or no cent or no anything will be taken out of that. You will get the whole money to do the project. And again, you can get this money in any currency. So there is no hindrance at all. And people who are looking for projects like this to support, to donate to, will find your project, because ONPASSIVE is about artificial intelligence. So the searches will be fast, and they will get to you, and the donations will come to you instantly. So there's no hindrance at all. So this makes it easier for anyone to be able to affect a life, to uplift humanity anywhere across the globe. As we are saying, if you are doing this project, for instance, in Nigeria, you can receive donations from New Zealand. You can receive donations from anywhere in Asia, any part of the world. There's no hindrance at all. So ONPASSIVE has made this possible. And we're going to see more and more as time goes on how it unfolds. You will be hearing about projects that has been done, and how fast and how easy the monies were donated and contributed, and it reached the person doing the project, and how efficient it was done. Remember again, as we talk about mindset, we receive all these things for free. Why wouldn't we give it out for free? If we have come into ONPASSIVE and have seen how massive the intention of the CEO is, how good, and how he wants to have everybody succeed, and you become part of it, for any reason you become part of it, why won't you let the next person succeed? Why won't you do something that will benefit the next person? So it's your mind, it's my mind. So we have to answer that question individually. But I believe anyone who receives good would like to give out good.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks so much, Gideon, for adding powerfully to what Anita also said. So, Andy, if you can please explain to us, is OBLESS the charitable arm of this company ONPASSIVE, or is it just another product like OConnect, Academy, and the rest, please?
It is a product, but it's more than a product. Amazon over 20 years has created 40,000 millionaires. The vision, if you like, of Ash is to create 1 million millionaires plus, in order for all of us to be able to help others. Now, I look at it in two different ways. I'm often contacted by people in various different countries saying, I run an orphanage, can you help me with cash, blah, blah, blah. Okay, come and join us. Come and set up an account. You can use the free tools. You can set up OBLESS. That's one way of looking at it. There's another way that I like as well, is there's a lot of technology out there. Things are moving very, very quickly, but there's also a lot of technology that's been hidden from us, things that would help humanity, you know, medical instruments that will do the job. treatments and cures rather than treatments for ailments, etc. So these type of things I would love to see come forward. So having an inventor, and I'll give you an example, the chap in Zimbabwe who has created a car that has no moving parts in the engine, but he's been scuppered at every single crossroads he's come to because people don't want to help him. There are powerful organizations that say, no, we don't want this technology. It will harm the oil and gas industry. Don't care. We have an organization that is big enough to be able to help these people create what needs to be created to help others. And that's, I think, it takes you back to the parable, if you like, rather than give someone a fish, teach them how to fish. Yeah, I feel that this is the same way with these type of technologies that should be at the forefront, should be made available to everyone today. The world is going to change in a massive way over the coming next 20 years. We have AI technology today, and I believe the first robot, walking robot, AI induced, that is to serve the civilians has been sent. Okay, now it means that we have the capability to build far more and far greater technology, but there are people that have done that in the past that have met with an accident, where now they have the opportunity through us, because of the size of the organization, for us to donate without having for them to worry about it, so that they can create their invention, they can bring it to the forefront, and they can help everyone across the globe, because that's what inventors do. So it's twofold. It's there's two sides of the coin here. Yes, I very much want to help those need water, absolutely, and health, a roof over their head, absolutely. I agree with that, and power. Those are the three first priorities that everyone in their life should have, and that is obviously extremely important. It's the next step by being able to help create the things that do that for everybody, and that's what ONPASSIVE has got through OBless. It gives the inventors the opportunity to come forward and say, listen guys, we can build a house in 5 minutes flat with a 3D printer. Right, let's take a machine to Africa and build houses. This type of scenario, this is possible today. We know it's possible today. Dubai is already talking about 3D printing building property. So why can't we do it everywhere else? Well, it's all about this. That's why we haven't been able to do it before. Now we have the capability through OBless to be able to do it wherever, because we can help create or provide that cash needed for that to be done. And that's extremely exciting. Our company is going to be a unicorn company in a matter of months, where it took Google and Facebook over 6 years, Microsoft 8 years, IBM 70 years to become a unicorn company. This happens in a blink of an eye in comparison. So we are one of the big boys before we even go to market, but we're going to be one of the really big boys very soon. So we've got some clout, and that means that we've got a customer base, or we'll have a sizable customer base where everybody wins. And as we win, we can go, do you know what? I want to help others. There you go. There's $1. Think about it. We've got 2.2 million customers so far. Right? If everyone contributed $1 a month, $1 a month, it's $2.2 million every single month going to good causes. What would happen if we've got 100 million customers and everyone donated $1 a month? What about 1 billion customers? This is coming, guys. This is world changing.
I think, Andy, when you explain this, I see the genius in Mr. Ash, because I think that it makes sense, doesn't it? Because sometimes when you amass the wealth all for yourself, no matter how much it is, it's really difficult to take up that lump sum and just drop somewhere. But then when you give it out to everybody, and then you take just a tiny bit of what you have, and we all put together, see where it takes us to. I think I'm looking at it from a very
exactly. That's the way I've been looking at this since from the start. Because the more you bring people together, and the more you, Ash is a leader. We know he's a leader, and you know, we all see his genius, his vision, etc. But we also see his heart, and that makes a difference for everybody because we want to follow that example.
Yes, indeed. I think we're well equipped. Yeah. So, you know, given one, just like the last thing me and you are talking about, let's go back. We started with the refugees. Let's round up with the refugees. We know that what comes to mind when individuals or companies, even some of those million, trillion, and all the gazillionaires, they think about refugees, what comes to mind is bags of rice, you know, some stuff, basic needs and stuff. So is there something different, given what you have explained about the humanitarian aspect of ONPASSIVE, OBLESS and stuff? Is there anything a bit different that Mr. Mufaro would bring to the lives of the people like refugees and stuff than what we have been seeing now? Anita, you may like to go first.
Really, I'm just going to reiterate what I said at the beginning, really. Obviously, it's about them wanting to learn, get educated. We've got that. ONPASSIVE can give them that, you know, with Academy. It's about learning skills. It's about having their own business. You know, it's about providing, you know, providing for their family, and as everyone does. ONPASSIVE has got absolutely everything that anyone could need, really, for education, communication, to be able to earn an income, you know, and what more do people need? They've got to have those things in life, you know, to survive. You know, they don't just want the basics. And what Andy was just saying a little while ago, it's like, you know, I mean, Ash is all about, he's all about the impossible becoming possible, isn't it? Making the impossible possible, you know. And his legacy, let's face it, you know, I say this to people over and over again, he didn't need to build this. He did not need to build ONPASSIVE. He could have done quite nicely in his life with his family, thank you very much. He did this because he doesn't want that legacy of spending millions going and spending time on space. You know, his legacy is about going to be, he's going to be known and remembered for what he did to help other people in his life, starting with us founders. That then branches out to resellers, it branches out to customers, and it certainly branches out to those in need and poverty. He's covered everything. He's absolutely covered everything. You could not be in a better place than ONPASSIVE, either as someone who needs some sort of help, a customer, someone who needs an income, someone who wants education. You're in the right place. Come to ONPASSIVE.
Thank you. So, Gideon, what would you like to add to that, please?
All right, I would like to quickly say that refugees are simply humans like us. Not just humans, they are the same, even in some condition, maybe better than us. They have just met a certain condition that is beyond their control. So they're not just hungry people. So they don't just need only food. Let's say there's a war in a country, and these people are driven away, or they run away because of run away to safety somewhere, and they are called refugees, immigrants, whatever name given to them. And then you forgot, maybe let's just remember that these individuals were leading the countries before. They were at the forefront of the job industry. They were at the forefront of the industrialization. They were doing all sorts of good things that we are doing where we feel we are safe. So they don't just need food, though food is very important. So why I'm saying this is that ONPASSIVE, OBLESS, being the humanitarian movement, will not just be looking to give people fish. Rather, these individuals would need, of course, they will need to eat, they will need a place to put their head, that is a home, and then they will need to start life. So the best way I will look at it is that while we have provided some basic needs to these individuals through Hopeless, just as Andy also mentioned, and I believe Anita has also said something in that direction, there is also need to create innovations that they can be part of. And some of them, as I've mentioned, are geniuses as well. So they too, they can come up with innovations. So they have a place where they can do this, maybe a community where they can be able to bring out their ideas, put them together into something, innovate, event things. And then because money is no longer an issue, anything can be done. Anything that is good can be done with the ideas coming up from these people. So it's not just about food. Of course, shelter is very important, but even beyond that, we can build a nation, a country back again from these great individuals who have faced a condition that is beyond their control through ONPASSIVE Hopeless. Uplifting them, helping them to become even better than they were before they became refugees.
Thank you, Gideon. So, Andy, your last word too on that, please. Thank you.
I think from our point of view, we want to try and help everybody. It's a case of being able to, you know, find the right opportunity to pay towards once we've helped ourselves. Many people are struggling at the moment, and it's really a case of helping as many as we possibly can when we can. So, you know, I believe we all want to help, and as I said, the power is in the numbers, and over time we will see many refugees, veterans, inventors, you know, those in hardship, those without homes, have a change to their life because of it.
Thank you so much, Tim, for another great day. I'm just happy that we were able to honor this day and think about people who are going through difficulty. And of course, they are part of us, like we said. So thank you to everyone for joining us today. Let's go ahead and share to keep on sensitizing people. So you watching us now, if you're that person who looks at struggling people and you can't sleep because you cannot watch people go hungry, go homeless and stuff, the time is now and it's here. So in Mr. Mufare's ecosystem, there is empowerment. There is 100% time and financial freedom. So you have the free arms and legs and everything and the time to go wherever you want to go and do that thing that your heart tells you that you would love to do for people who are living and they are in need. So do not hesitate. Ask us questions. You see people have their profiles here with some barcodes or QR codes on them. Scan the codes. When you see these codes, as you see them here on the chat on people's profiles, scan them. That's the gateway to that thing that you need to do to those people who are struggling. If you see a link, somebody is inviting you, go for it. And there's some advertisement going around. There's a competition. You stand a chance of winning $5,000. That's yours. But then if you are not yet in ONPASSIVE, go ahead and sign up and participate in the competition. If you are already there and you have your all of the information, go for it. Let's just get active. Let's get excited and enjoy the ride together. Thank you, guys, and see you again soon. Bye, guys. Thank you.